Hey YouTube, Skippy here, and today we are continuing on with our Redstone tutorial. Now, in the last episode, we talked a lot about Redstone connectivity and what blocks Redstone can move up and down. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about Redstone and Redstone tick delay. Now, what does Redstone tick delay mean? It is the delay caused by Redstone ticks, which a single Redstone tick is, I believe, 1/10 of a second, and how that affects the things that you build. Now, as you can see here, I have a bunch of different redstone lamps hooked up to redstone repeaters. And these repeaters, you can see, are in different positions. Now, there are 4 positions that a redstone repeater can be in, and that is as you lay it down at, I will say this is 0, 1, 2, and 3 click. And then, obviously, you have just the regular 1 redstone hookup. So if I flip this switch, you'll see that these lamps turn on and off sequentially. And what this does is each click on these repeaters adds 1 tick of delay to that redstone line. So if I were to come here, and I were to put another redstone repeater down, and I were to put another 3 clicks on it, and then I come back here and I flip the switch, you can see how long that takes. So this is very important to kind of understand how to manipulate, because if you can't manipulate it correctly or you do it in the wrong way, then anything that you're trying to do that is sequential isn't going to work right. And we don't want that. So the next thing we talk about, and the reason we talk about redstone tick delay, is so that we can talk about clocks. Now, clocks are very important for anything that you want to do that is going to be kind of sequential. Like building an actual clock in Minecraft. So clocks are pretty essential in your kind of basic building block arsenal. So the first thing that I want to talk about is redstone burnout. And redstone burnout happens when the updates are happening too fast for it to really kind of keep up. And it's designed just to keep from being really buggy. So if I throw a piece of redstone down here, then you can see that it loops around so fast it just burns out. And what's going to happen here is it's going to try to restart here eventually, right now. And it will just not be able to keep up. Excuse me while I clear this. I do not want a thunderstorm. So that gets us into clocks. And in the most basic form, this is what a clock looks like. It is a block with a redstone torch, a repeater, redstone line looping around, and then looping out to whatever it is that you want to actuate in a sequence. So this is a 3 clock, which is the fastest of the clock in this format that works. So in the same format, you have 4 clocks, 5 clocks, and you can actually go as high as you want, but I went to a 6 clock on this one. So just trying to kind of show what it is that you can do with these just by hooking up a redstone lamp. It's a really easy visual, but this is in your most basic form what you would use as a clock. There are a lot of different ways to go about doing this. This is not the smallest, but it is really the simplest. So the next thing is this. This is the fastest clock that you can have in Minecraft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... is just take this. So this is on. This block is on. And like we talked about redstone tick delay over here, another important aspect of redstone tick delay is that it takes a 1 redstone tick for any block to update its power. So if I have this powered block, and we already know that if I put a redstone lamp on a powered block, it'll turn out. Having a powered block with a redstone lamp or a torch on it will turn that torch off. The thing is, as you can see, if I throw this up here, it takes a second for it to happen. So if I do that here, and I break this real quick, then you have this really, really fast clock, and it's the fastest stable clock that you can have in Minecraft. So I can show you here if I do this, and then I come over and I throw a piston on. It is not only incredibly annoying, but it is incredibly fast. So I'm going to break that because nobody has time for that. And to turn this off, you either have to put redstone on it like this to completely turn it on, or break it. Only thing you can do. Now this here is what we call a rapid pulsar, and it actually does the same speed as this clock, but the nice thing about it is you can turn it off and on. It's just that to make it stop pulsing, it is in the on position. So all this is 2 blocks with 2 torches, and then 2 more blocks above those torches, and you put a redstone line down the middle. So while this is powered, it keeps these blocks turned off, or these torches turned off, and the piston up. But if I unpower this line from here, then what it does is it actually is basically a controlled burnout and allows that to keep going indefinitely. But like I said, the nice thing about it is that you can actually turn it off. So you can actually control that and have it do it when you want, but you have to be okay with anything on the other end of it being stuck in that on position. So for some things it works out great, for some things it doesn't. Now the last thing that I want to talk about today, and you're going to see I'm going to be building a little bit more when we start talking about logic, is circuits. This doesn't really have to do with redstone tick delay, it's just a little bit of an add-on to the same kind of video, because I'm not going to do an entire video on this kind of circuit. This is one of the more common circuits, and it is a monostable circuit, is what it's called. And what that does is allow you to complete an action once, and, it's just easier to show you. If I flip this lever, you can see the piston goes up and it goes down. So there's a lot of different things you can do with that, and you'll see it only works when you're turning it on. It doesn't work turning it off. So if you look at this here, what I have is a lever that is on, or actually a lever, it doesn't really matter what it is. Redstone, block, repeater, redstone, redstone, torch. So what's happening here is this is sending out a single pulse that is being cut off, allowing this to just pulse once. So a lot of different things that you can do with that. Really kind of one of the more simple circuits. And the last thing is actually the exact same circuit, just built in a different fashion. So if I flip this, so if you kind of see what's happening here, you have the lever, that is this torch, is powering this block, bringing the redstone line down, unpowering this torch. Now if I flip this, then this unpowers and allows this torch to turn on, functioning the piston. But what also happens is you have this little bit of delay here in this repeater, so redstone delay like we talked about there, which then powers this block and forces this torch off. So that's what causes the pulse. So those are your monostable circuits. Now in the next video here, you will be seeing more built a little bit this way and more down this way, and we will start doing logic gates. So those are going to be really interesting. Those are going to be what you're going to be using a lot for doors, puzzles, that kind of thing. That kind of build inside of Minecraft and Redstone. So stay tuned for that one. That one will be coming sometime next week. You're also going to be seeing a few multiplayer and the start of a survival Let's Play. I might also be doing a little bit of Hexit if I can get it to run at a somewhat stable pace. It's been crashing on me a ton. So that is what is going to be coming up. Thanks for watching. This has been Skippy. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.